Okay, students. So I'm seeing one person missing from the class. Let's just give them a few more minutes and see if they will join, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we got all 25 of you, right? So good morning, class. And how are you doing this morning? Very well. Before we actually get into anything, I would like you to open your books and let's go through our homework. And the first section of the homework, I'm going to select who I want to share answers to the question to, and then we can move on to there. Right? So everyone is going to, you can type your answer in the chat if you have what the individual has or if you have something different. All right? So for question 1, I will have Sabrina. You can either unmute your mic or you can type it in the chat. Right? So yes, Sabrina, what do you get for number 1? Does everyone have $25,000? I'm seeing some yeses. Okay, so we're clear. Everybody has that. Okay, next person. Tim, what do you have for number 2? Does everybody has 1,500? Very well. And then Jasmine number 3 and John number 4. So yes, Jasmine. Yes, we have $25, and for number 4 we have $1,000. Right? Is there anyone with anything different from the answers that were shared? Very well. So we are on the same page. There was a second aspect of the homework that I asked you to do some research on percentage profit and percentage loss. I would like 2 to 3 individuals to share what you have researched on percentage profit and percentage loss. Not any of the 4 that were speaking before. Any other 3 individuals. Let's go. Yes, Tyrese, what did you come up with? He's saying to find percentage profit, it's the profit over the cost price times 100. Okay, anybody else? Yes, Rondell. And to find percentage loss, it's loss over the cost price times 100. More from our worksheet. Is that clear? All right. So did anyone actually research what is percentage or how do we find percentage? Yeah, just research the formulas. Alright, so for today's lesson, we'll be looking at percentage profit and percentage loss. From this lesson, you will be able to accurately calculate percentage profit and percentage loss after doing research, getting no less than 5 correct, right? So we're aiming for 5 or more from our worksheet. Is that clear? All right. Is everyone getting to see the blue cardboard? Very well. So since we're looking at percentage profit and percentage loss, we should at least know what is percentage, right? A percentage, which may be referred to as percent, is a fraction of a number out of 100. So anytime you hear the term fraction, or if we're dealing with fraction, it's always out of 100, right? And if you don't see percentage, what you see percent, it's the same thing. The symbol for percent is this. The slash, put a 0 to the top and a 0 to the bottom, right? So anytime when you finish working your answers, I'm expecting to see this symbol to the end of your answer, right? So let's work some percentage examples. So we're now going to work 45% of 100. Since this is in percentage, We know that percentage is always out of 100. So we put our 45 over 100 because percentage is always out of 100. And of telling us to multiply times 100. Right? So we can cancel out our zeros, and then that's going to equal to 45. Right? So 45% of 100, it's 45. Good. So let us work 15% of 200. And I also want you to try 20% of 40. What are we going to do? What is the first thing we're going to do, Rondell? Yes, we put our 15% over 100 times 200. Right? So we take out this zero with this zero. And then 15 times 2, we're going to have 30. Okay, Jeff. What did you do for 20% of 40? Okay, you said you got 8%. That's correct, but how did you get 8%? Very well. So this is going to be 20 over 100 times 40. Cancel out your zeros. And we have 2 by 4 and 8. Good. So that's the concept of percentage. Now let's move on to what we are going to do with profit percent and profit loss, right? What did we say was profit? Anybody? Yes, Isaac. Profit is the extra money gain after selling an item. Yes, it's more money that we gain after we sell something to someone, right? And what is loss? Yes, I know. Loss is the money that you lose after you have sold an item. Very well. So, we know that percentage is a fraction of a number. So with profit and loss, we're actually looking for the fraction of the profit that was made, right? So we'll express it in percentage. Profit or loss that was made, right? So the first question we're going to work is the one that you had for homework, right? Now, Jack, what was your answer for your percentage profit at home? Okay, Jack is saying he have 20%. Does anyone have anything different? Tim is saying he have 25%. Anybody else have what Tim has? Alright, so let's work it and see. To find percentage profit, it's the profit divided by the cost price times 100, right? But we don't know what is our profit. But how do we find profit? Profit. Yes, Jasmine, how do we find profit? It's our selling price minus our cost price, right? What is the selling price? $6,000. And the cost price is $5,000. So the profit is $1,000. Is that clear? So now we can plug in, we can use our formula and plug in what we know and find our percentage profit. So our formula to find percentage profit is the profit divided by the cost price times 100. So we just found out that we had a profit of $1,000. What was our cost price? Yes, John. $5,000 times 100. Alright? Since we see over 0, it's easier to work. Cancel out, cancel out. So we have 100 divided by 5, and that is going to give us 20. So the percentage profit that was made from selling this item is 20. Right? So Tim, did you see where you went wrong? You did 25%? Very good. So you can make the necessary correction for that question and we will work another one. Alright, so our next example. A bag of rice is bought for 1,500 and sold for 2,000. Calculate the percentage profit. Alright. What is the first thing we're going to do? Yes, Damiano. Find our profit. Alright, so profit, selling price minus cost price. And it was sold for $2,000 and it cost $1,500. So, what is the profit that was made? Yes, Rondell. $500 profit. Alright? So take this and now let us go and use our percentage profit formula to find the percentage that, or the percentage profit that was actually made. So, percentage profit. What is our profit? Yes, there is $500. What was the cost of the bag of rice? 1,500 times 100. Take out these two zeros, these two zeros. 5 into 15, 3. And 5 into 500, we'll have 100. Right? So that's going to equal to 100 divided by 3. This cannot be broken down anymore as a fraction, so we can leave it like this, or we can change it to decimal. And what is going to be our answer? Yes, Tim. Sorry, the 3.3%. Right? So please don't always expect plain old numbers. You can have a fraction or you can have your answer in decimal. It's okay. Right? So let's move on now to percentage loss. Is there any question about percentage profit? Very good. So we can move on. Alright, so the next question you had for homework was to calculate the percentage loss if the cost price is 5,000 and the selling price is 2,500. Lisa, what did you get for your answer? You had a loss of 40%. Did anyone have something different? Yes, Carissa. 50%. 50% is correct. Lisa, I don't know what you did, but 40% is not correct. But we're going to go through it step by step so you can see where you went wrong, right? So the first thing we have to do is find our loss. Yes, Tim. 50% is correct. And to find loss, it's our cost price minus our selling price. So this person made a loss of 2,500, right? So now we're going to use our formula to find the actual percentage that was lost, right? So our formula for percentage loss is equal to loss over cost price times 100. Our loss is 2,500. The cost price was $5,000 times 100. Right? So we can take out this zero with this zero and this one with this one. So 5 into 5, 1, and 5 into 50, we're going to have 50. So we have a loss of, a percentage loss of 50. Right? Good. So make the necessary adjustment for the person that did not get it correct. And then let's move on to a next example. So our next example reads, find the percent loss when an article is bought for $2,000 and sold for $1,900. So we first have to find the loss. And loss is equal to the cost price minus the selling price. The article cost $2,000 and was sold for $1,900. So a loss of $100 was made. Right? Is that clear? Okay, so take this and then let us use our formula to find the percentage that was lost. So our formula for percentage loss is percentage loss minus equal to loss divided by cost price times 100. Our loss, we just forgot, is $100, and the cost of the article was $2,000 times 100. Cancel out. Now we have 2 into 1, 2 into 10, 5. So the loss percent is equal to 5. Right? So do you get that? Everything clear? Very well. So you can take that down, and now I'm going to type the link for you to gain access to your worksheet in the chat. So copy the example in the meantime. Good. So the link to gain access to your worksheet in the chat, is everyone being able to access it? When you click on the link, it's supposed to take you to a page and you're supposed to see some percentage profit and loss question. Good. Very good. So you're going to begin working on your questions, and afterward you're going to submit to my Gmail, and then we're going to go through our answers or any question that was not too clear. Right? So you may begin. Good. So we finished working our questions. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to send the link for you to get access to your homework, and you can copy and paste it somewhere else for later use. Right? Good. So it's in the chat. So is there any questions about today's lesson? Very well. So let's play a game. It's the alphabet start and stop game. I will select one student that's going to tell me when to start saying the alphabet and when to stop. And depending on the letter that I stop with, the students with that name, let's say for instance I stop at T, all the students with the name beginning with T would be entitled to answer the questions that I will ask based on profit and loss and percentage profit and loss, right? So is the instruction clear? Very well. So let the game begin. All right. So how was the game? Yes. So did you have fun? Okay. So class is now dismissed. You can switch off your device and I'll see you in our next class.